Big Z Reviews. Dark Winds is a new TV show on AMC that just finished its first season. I think they'll probably do a second season. They left things open enough that they could, and I would love to see that because I really enjoyed Dark Winds. It's a really interesting crime show.
Two people were murdered at the motel last night. But the scene suggests foul play.
You got a visitor, Lieutenant.
I'm your new deputy.
You know about this?
Looks like you guys could use the help.
Nice suit.
Thanks.
You look like Pat Boone.
So this is mainly about the Navajo Nation, like during the 1970s, and like there's like two crimes mainly focused on, and one is just like during this a medicine ceremony, they like this a young girl and a grandfather are killed, and like the only one the blind woman is the only one left alive, and like she is in shock and can't really say what happened. But then they also have this this bank robbery that also went on, and that like the FBI thinks that it was like some Navajo people that were doing it, and they said they're trying to get them in there to figure out who it was and arrest them, and that's kind of the main two like crimes they're investigating throughout the season. And it mainly stars Zahn McClaremont as Joe Lee Porn and Kiowa Gordon as Jim Chi. Essentially, like Joe Lee Porn, he's like the sheriff there, and then Jim Chi, he is like a new guy that's just coming in, and who also may be a FBI informant. And then they also have Jessica Matten as Bernadette Manolito, and she is like another police officer that's helping investigate, and she's more of a believer of like the medicine, and like it's interesting that like the way they portray the Native American magic or whatever it is of medicine is really interesting because like what they do, what the witch in here does isn't like so clearly like magic, but they like she does stuff though. So it's almost kind of like I like how they portray it. It's almost a little bit like voodoo magic, where it's like it's like if the people believe it, it works. It's like, but it's also, like they're not like too clear on like maybe it is like real. Like I like how the things they do with it, and be like. It's never scary, but there's some dark portions whenever the witch is around, and like essentially like there's the other bad people that working the people that did the murder and maybe did like the whatever's going on, like they're working with a witch, and it's a lot of interesting stuff going on, and I really like that like the tone of it reminds me a bit of like Longmire. Like, it's very serious, but also, like, heartfelt and interesting. And, like, there's, like, a lot of stuff going on because, like, Joe Lee Porn, like, him and his wife, Emma, played by Deanna Allison, like, they had lost their son in, like, a mine accident, like, a couple years ago. But, like, his girlfriend, when he was alive, is the girl that was murdered at this hotel. So there's like he has like a lot of connections with the family, and there's like a lot of interesting like backstory going on, and the acting is really great from everyone, and like the storytelling is really interesting too. But I think it's actually like I'm not sure how much it was written by, but I know George R. Martin and Robert Redford like were partially creators like of it, or at least worked on it and producers on it, and it's really there's a lot of interesting stuff here. I like the bad guys as Jeremy Bisou and Eugene Brave Rock. They're really bad, and they do their job well. And the witch, Amelia Rico as Ada Growing Thunder, is like she's evil, And they do a lot. Like, she does a good job with what she has to do. Like, and really, even like you get a couple appearances by Rainn Wilson as a car salesman that might be involved in some of the money laundering of the bank heist. There's a lot of great elements in this show, and it's like only 6 episodes, and I think that like I really think people would like it. I'm not sure how many people are watching it right now, but I think it was AMC, so it's on AMC Plus, and it's probably on. I'm not sure if it's on Hulu or not. I'm not sure how much they're pushing their AMC Plus. Yeah, I'm not sure, but I mean, if you have like any sort of cable or streaming, you should be able to watch on demand. It's like, I mean, I would highly recommend it. The only thing I will say is that like they leave it open ended a bit at the end, but the final episode is so climatic, like really fun and entertaining. But the thing is, like, I feel like they didn't wrap up the double murder as much as they could have. Like, we know what happened, but I feel like we don't know exactly why. Like, but it's still so much for the show. I really enjoyed it. I probably give it like a 9.5 out of 10. But thanks for watching. If you want to see more of me, you can subscribe down below. Thanks.